All right, thank God, thank God, thank God. In the mighty name of King Jesus. I'm just going to start off. I'm just going to read something this morning. I'm going to start at Second Corinthians 1, and I'm going to start at 8. For we would not, brethren, have you ignorant of our trouble which came to us in Asia, that we were pressed out of measure, above strength, in so much that we despaired even life. Okay, and then when we think about 1 Peter 5:9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren which are in the earth. So, and Jeremiah and Job went through the same thing. They despaired even life at one point. But I'm going to go to 2 Corinthians 1:9. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in God which raiseth the dead. Okay? And I'm going to go to 12 now. For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience, that in simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom, but by the grace of God, we have had our conversation in the world, and more abundantly towards you. Okay, and what this is saying in simplicity and godly sincerity, their conscience is bearing witness, or their conscience, gives them, confidence in God from their conversation. Their conversation is their conduct, from their way of life, okay? And the way that they were able to walk and the way that they are is because of the grace of God, is what they're saying, okay? Their conduct in the world and their conduct toward the church, okay? It was given by the grace of God and established by the simplicity of the gospel, and not with fleshly wisdom, okay? And I'm gonna go here too, and I just want to talk about this a little bit. Okay, love, 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 love. What is love? Okay, love comes in many different forms. The highest form of love is obedience. That's the highest way to love, is through obedience. And we are called to be obedient to God. And I'm going to go right here to John for you. This is John 14:15, the first one I'm going to read. And it says, if ye love me, keep my commandments. That's what it says. If ye love me, keep my commandments. That's what the word of God says. And okay, I'm going to read, this is 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Okay, he that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings. Okay, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. That's not what I'm focused on. What I'm focused on is what it says. This is 23. It says, if a man love me, he will keep my words. Okay, so what is it saying? If you love God, you keep his commandments. Okay, now I'm going to go to 1 John. This is the highest form of love, is obedience. This the highest form of love. Love comes in many different forms, but the highest one is obedience. Love can come in gifts, but see, gifts can be deceptive. You can't deceive nobody with obedience. That's why the highest form of love is obedience, and obedience has to be continuous. Okay, this is 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. Okay, and his commandments are not grievous. So obeying God is not a hard thing to do. And I'm going to go back here. For this is the love of God, if we keep his commandments. And I'm going back to 2 Corinthians. And it says, and his commandments are not grievous. So it says that God's commandments are not grievous. And as Paul wrote, this is 2 Corinthians 13, for we write none other things unto you than what ye read or acknowledge, and I trust ye shall acknowledge even unto the end. Okay, so they not just piling a whole lot of burdens and stuff on top of you. You know, if you just don't want to agree with righteousness and you want to go in the way of wickedness, then it's going to seem burdensome, you know. And you know, it's God that has to fight your battle. And it says, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth again. God gives you strength, and while you are falling in your strengthening, because you may fail and you may fall, you continue to cry out to God, and you stay in disagreement with whatever it is that you don't want to be doing. Okay, and I'm gonna go right here, and this is about love. Okay, and being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient even unto the death of the cross. You see, that's what Jesus did to show that he loved the Father. It said he became obedient even unto the cross. And then we're gonna go right here. Oh, this John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than that he lay down his life for his friends. Okay, he loved in God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Okay, so he was obedient unto the cross, even unto death. He was obedient unto death because Jesus loved the Father. And he went to the cross as well because he loved the people. So he was obedient unto death, fulfilling the will of God because he loved the Father. Then the word of God also says, for this cause was the Son of God made manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. And by being obedient, that's how he destroyed the works of the devil. The works of the devil were destroyed through his obedience. Yeah, by going to the cross. Because if he would have been disobedient, that would not have destroyed anything. And it says, for this purpose was the Son of God made manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Let me see where this is. I think this is in 1 John. This is 3 and 8. Yeah. Okay, he that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose was the Son of God made manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. And how did he destroy the works of the devil? By obedience. And the cross is what destroyed the works of the devil. And what does the cross represent as well? The cross represents the resurrection, but what does the cross represent as well? I'm going to tell you in a minute.